Yo people, it's your boy Richard Morse back at it again with another match preview, ladies and gentlemen. And this time, it's Everton versus Bournemouth away in the FA Cup. Now, this is going to be an interesting one, ladies and gentlemen, because it's not the Everton of when they had Sean Dyche in charge. This is the new manager bounce of the old mighty, the great Lord and Saviour of all Everton fans, David Moyes. Christ, lads. In the FA Cup, it's going to be an interesting one. I'm not sure what kind of team we're going to put out. I don't know if we're going to go full strength in this one, or are we just going to sort of save some for the Premier League games coming up? Because I do feel like if there is a chance for us to get to Europe, we do kind of have to focus on the league, really, more than the FA Cup. And I mean, let's be honest, lads, historically, we don't really get that far in the FA Cup anyways. You know, even in the League Cup, usually we get to about the quarterfinal, if that, and then the big six usually knock us out. So, you know, for Bournemouth fans, the League FA Cup games are just like, yeah, if we get far, great. If we don't win it, we never fucking do anyway, so who cares? Yeah, going into this game, it's going to be interesting because Everton have won the last 3 league games in a row, but then saying that, you can argue the ones they've beaten Tottenham 3-2. I mean, it's Tottenham, lads. Look at where they are on the table. It's Brighton. Brighton are so hit and miss, you never know what Brighton team's going to turn up. You can have the Brighton team of a couple of years ago that were just flying, or you can get the one of today where they just don't turn up at all. Leicester City, I mean, they're another one of those bottom-feeding clubs that are struggling to get relegation. So, yeah, as impressive it sounds, winning 3 matches in a row, but then when you really deep it, against the teams they have got the points from recently, they're not like the top ones, are they? They're not the top teams in the league right now. So, yeah, this new manager bounce for them, I'm guessing, is great because it keeps them out of the relegation zone. Barely. I don't really know how far on the table they are. But yeah, actually, let's have a look. Are they just above the relegation line or are they still skirting it? Let's see. They're 16th and they're pretty much 9 points clear from the relegation zone. So I think they're pretty much safe for now. So I think really for Everton, it's not really a big game for them either. If anything, the focus for them is just to stay in the league more than the FA Cup, really. But yeah, going into this game, I think we'll keep the same sort of starting 11. We may see a few changes here and there if we want to play some of the younger guys, because we do have the Southampton game next weekend, which will be at St Mary's. And, you know, especially with the form that the Southampton have been on this season, we really want to kick them in the teeth because, you know, it makes me laugh because people say, oh, it's not really a derby. I think for us, it's the closest thing we have to a derby, so we hype it up as a derby because who else are we going to call our rivals? There's nobody else near us, so by default, we kind of have to make Southampton a rivalry, if you know what I mean. Same with, like, you know, Everton, Liverpool. Like, they treat it as a derby, but Liverpool fans don't really give a shit about Everton. They really don't. Yeah, they like to beat them, but they're never... Liverpool fans don't really see Everton as a threat, ever, really. It's a bigger day for Everton beating Liverpool than, you know, Liverpool beating Everton. It's just how it is, because of the fact that Liverpool are top of the league, Champions League, they're going for the big trophies, where Everton are, you know, skirting relegation. That's the difference. And for us, it's the same sort of thing. We're on the quest trying to get a European run, and Southampton have sort of given up, really. They've just accepted they're going Championship next season. Like, they're getting, it's so bad that, you know, even though Southampton, I think they won a game recently, but, like, there's still a possibility they could end up being the worst team in Premier League history. You know, they're almost going for the Derby County record. So, yeah, I think a lot of us will sort of see this game as against Everton with the new manager bounce. If we go out, it's a case of, you know, win or lose, hit the booze, lads. You know what I mean? It's not really a super important game. It's a game that we can really afford to go out. If we go out, fine. Can't say I'm going to lose too much sleep over it, to be honest, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, starting 11, I think will be pretty much. We might play like Winterburn and a few of the younger guys, but depends on what team Everton. I think Everton will treat this cup seriously because they know if there is any chance of them getting a silverware, this is basically it. So yeah, it's going to be a clash of styles. I know we only just beat them when we went there during the league. It was like 4-3 with Senegal, but that team wasn't quite gelling at the time. But now this team that's just coming off this 13 games unbeaten run, and yeah, we lost to Liverpool, but, you know, there's no shame in losing to Liverpool. Liverpool are going on to win the league, top of the Champions League. They're literally about to play Tottenham tonight in the semi-final of the League Cup. Like, losing to that team, it almost doesn't mean anything. Like, yeah, any team could lose to that team and be like, yeah, whatever, we move on from that. And I feel like for us, this will be a good test to see, like, if we can bounce back from that Liverpool defeat. Like, we're not going to just be one of those teams that as soon as we lose a match, our form rapidly drops off a cliff. Hopefully, this game will give us a bit of almost like a warm-up fight. You know when, like, boxers lose a fight and they need, like, a warm-up to get the rhythm back, get their momentum back up. I think that's what kind of this game kind of is. It's a kind of like a warm-up game for, like, the Southampton game where we just have to turn up and keep that momentum that we've been keeping on in the season so far. Just keep that going. Don't let it drop. Even if it is against bottom of the barrel Southampton, it doesn't matter. The next Premier League game is the vital one. That will determine whether or not we still have enough in us to keep the form going and get a European spot. Because if we bowl it, losing to Liverpool's fine, but then if we start losing to Southampton and Wolves, then, that's pretty much going to kill any chance of us going to Europe. And you can argue, like, with the teams around us, maybe, with Newcastle just beating Arsenal in the Carabao Cup, Aston Villa can still get a win here and there. Chelsea always seem to be popping up with a win recently. They just beat West Ham. Like, maybe our chances of getting Europe have slightly gone down. But if there are any chances, we have to keep winning as many games as possible. Doesn't matter if it's, top of the league or the top 6 or the bottom 6. Doesn't matter. We just have to keep winning. It's getting to a point now when almost like the league title where if you drop too many, if you get draw, almost like a draw is a loss at this point. Like, we have to win. Drawing's it's getting to that point where drawing is not enough anymore. Like, it's good to get a point here and there, but if we're just constantly drawing and dropping points, then are we going to make Europe? Probably not. Yeah, and also going into this game, it's going to be the last one at Goodison, like the very last chance. I almost got tickets for the game, but it's just the travel, and unfortunately, I won't be doing the live stream. I was planning to do a live stream, but unfortunately, something's come up family-wise where I need to sort something out. I won't have time to do it, so unfortunately, I'm going to have to bail on the live stream for this. But I will do a reaction after the game, probably either on the Sunday or just straight after the game. We'll see what's going on. But yeah, score predictions, I reckon it was either going to be a draw and we win it on pens, or be a 2-1. I think it will be a closer game than we think, because you got to remember, this isn't the same team we've beaten in the League Cup and in the league. This is a new Sean Dyche team, the new manager Bounce. So we do have to take that into consideration, that this isn't going to be a walk in a park like it was been the last couple of times. So yeah, I think it's either going to be a draw and we win on pens, or it will be a 2-1, very close game. But yeah, I think overall we should have enough power to get through to the next round, and I'm excited to see who we get in the next round, really. Like, depends on who else plays on the Saturday. We have to wait till the Sunday as well. Then we can find out in the draw. But anyway, lads, hopefully we get the win. And yeah, that's going to be the end of this match preview today. I've been your boy, Richard Morse of the fucking Sheds. Good luck to everybody go up to Goodison Park. I wish I could join you, but unfortunately, things happen. Anyway, good luck with the trip. And that's a long journey as well. That's like, 6-7 hours? Whew. Any Cherry fan doing that Saturday? My hat's off to you, lads. Fair play. Anyways, hopefully we get the win. Up the fucking Cherries, and I'll catch you guys in my reaction. See you later.